Hey friends, I'm calling it. Spring is definitely here. It is about a month earlier than normal to be looking at temps and not seeing freezing temps for me here in mid-Michigan. I don't know if that's good or bad for my season. Yay, can plants out? Yay, I'm outside in short sleeves. Maybe bad. There's not a lot of bugs that got killed over a cold winter. I don't know. We'll find out. But I did do some planting today. Let me show you. Okay, over here this is where I planted that spinach, remember? Let's take a peek at it. Oh, she's pretty. Spinach, little baby peas. This middle's all doing really good. Well, today I planted that side and this side right down the middle with peas. Now, in this one, I put just some snap peas. They're tall ones. They grow about 6 feet. And on this side, I did snow peas right down that line. And this is the variety that I did. Let me see here. I got a sticky note. The Beauregard Snow Pea. This is one I got from Row 7. That's that company that is working on bringing more flavor to things. So kind of tells you right there what their plan is. So we'll see how they do. Here's the reasoning behind planting peas today. We are going to quickly lose cold weather. Peas germinate best in cold weather. It's been 70 degrees during the day here for us. It does get down into the 40s at night, maybe 38 if I'm lucky. So my window on germinating peas is going to shrink faster than normal because it's warmer. So I'm getting peas in the ground right now. If you are anywhere in my area zone, I'm zone 6A, I'm in Michigan, mid-Michigan, get your peas in. As soon as your ground is workable in the spring, put your peas in. They need that cold to germinate. If you put them out and it's already 70 and like 50 or 60 at night, they might not germinate for you. And that would be sad. No peas, right? Now, the thing I'm worried about a little bit is that as I was planting these, there's lots and lots of pill bugs, potato bugs in my soil. That's not bad normally. Normally, I like a lot of bugs, a lot of biodiversity in my soil. That means it's healthy and alive, which means good plants. However, last year I had a big problem with pill bugs eating my plant shoots when they came up. And they don't bother a mature plant, but when you have that baby plant that's coming up and it's little and skinny, they like to chomp it off and they take it away. So you'll come out and there'll be no plants where once there was plants. They'll all be gone. So I'm a little worried they might do some damage there. But what am I going to do? I mean, I plant like, there's like 40 peas right here. I plant my peas very close together, about a ½ inch apart, because they climb up this trellis here, and I like this full. So I can't put collars around all of them. I can't start 40 peas in the house and wait till they're big. They'd be an insane tangled mess. So we're planting them and hoping for the best. The second reason that I'm planting peas specifically today is that we are supposed to get a lot of rain tomorrow and into the next night. So planting these peas, a lot of people soak their peas ahead of time so they can break that hard outer shell and germinate quicker. I don't ever do that because I don't ever think that far ahead. I always plant things on a whim. I know it seems like I'm organized, but life gets in the way. So lots of times I'm doing things by the seat of my pants. So putting my peas in today, and I watered them all in really well. In the next 2 days, it's going to rain nice and steady, means that my peas are going to have a really good start on germination. So I also planted a row back here. So let me tell you about this raised bed. Yesterday, when it was really nice out, I came and top dressed this entire bed with chicken manure that has aged. Chicken manure is great for your garden, but it needs to be at least, I would say, 3 to 4 months old at the minimum, because otherwise the manure can burn your plants. This is mixed up. This is from my deep litter method, which I'll show you in a minute. But for now, just keep in mind, this entire bed has been topped off with compost and watered down, and I'm planted 2 different kinds of peas. This back row, all the way back to this post. I kind of stop right there at that post because once things start growing, that back corner is hard to get into. So I stopped right about there. On the big trellis, I have 6 foot tall vining peas. In the front here You can't really see them, they're black. I've got these little short 2-foot fences in the front, and I have mini dwarf snap peas that are only 2 feet high that are in here. So I've got a row of tall peas back there. I've got a row of short peas in here. In this middle, I'm gonna plant my onions, which I did pull outside to harden off already. And I will probably plant carrots around here too. What I'm trying to do is keep this bed cool season crops that are gonna kind of fade out, and then I can put in beans in the front, beans in the back. I could put some pepper plants, some warm weather things in the front. So this space will get used more than once. Now these were a find. These are cloches. You can get cloches that are very expensive. In fact, most of them are. You can make cloches out of milk jugs by cutting the bottom off, but they are going to give you a little bit of weather protection in this weird time of year. This top turns to let water in and heat out, or you can close it up if you're going to get a frost for the night. I've got 2 of them here. I'm going to add 2 more. I've got one down here over some parsley that was coming up, not because parsley needs protection, but because I was filling this bed up. See my parsley coming up? And then I'm going to put 6 or 8 of them down here. I'm going to plant some kales down here and maybe some broccoli and some down there on either end. And I'm going to put those underneath there. Let me just tell you, cool weather crops don't need a cloche right now. You do not need to put these on top of them. Here's why I'm doing it. I'm doing it because I'm lazy. Lazy is a bad word. I'm doing it because I'm impatient. One of those words. You should harden plants off when you bring them from the inside of your house to the outside of your house. Any good gardener will tell you this, and do it. I am not that person. Listen, I'm just not. My plants are all in the basement. I have to carry them up a really wonky pair of stairs, bring them outside, put them in the backyard, fight the dogs while I do it. I try my best. In reality, here's what you should do. If you start seeds inside the house and you get little baby seedlings, you should bring them outside and put them out of direct sunlight for like an hour, one afternoon. Take them back in the house. The next day, maybe 2 or 3 hours. The day after that, put them in a little bit more sun, expose them to a little bit more wind, 4 or 5 hours. And you should build them up so they gradually get used to the elements. Here's what I did with my onions. Yesterday I brought them out and I set them outside. Then I forgot they were outside and I left them on my grill. And this morning they look great. So now they just live outside. I'm gonna plant them tomorrow. I try. So what I'm using these cloches for is I'm using these cloches to kind of give myself a little bit of a hardening off period. So I'm gonna put some baby plants. I'm gonna try really hard while it's raining these next couple of days to put the plants that I want to plant out here right now on the front porch where they will have indirect sunlight, get them, get used to it, and then when this rainstorm is done, plant them out underneath the cloches with the top sealed so they're warm, and then open them up the next day and try and do that a little bit. I got these cloches, 25 of them. I think I paid maybe $1 a piece. I got them from the dollar store, which I've only ever seen them this one time. And so I snagged them. And so far, I'm pretty impressed with them. I guess we'll see how it goes. Okay, this is hilarious. I recorded this video in slow motion, apparently. I must have bent down to talk to the chickens, and it just ended up in slow motion. So my voice sounds insane. You can't even understand the words I'm saying. But what I was talking about, you can kind of see there how the one chicken is standing up a little higher than the other ones, is this is where I got my compost for that bed. And what I do is I use the deep litter method. So every day, not every day, every week probably, I put down new pine shavings anywhere that seems like it's dirty or damp or anything like that. And then the chickens do their business, right? They use the bathroom on it. They scratch it around really good, and it goes into the soil underneath, works with all the microbes underneath there, and it ends up making really good compost, which you can kind of see in that corner right there. I think in a minute I grab it. I don't really remember. But it makes really good compost underneath. And then it just kind of builds up. So this chicken coop, when I started this fall, was kind of almost down to bare ground. And then by the time that I started digging it out yesterday, where you can see I kind of dug out the spot by the door, all of that is probably maybe a foot higher than it was 6 months ago. So that whole bottom layer is really good compost. Yeah, I think this is where I kind of pick it up. So that's kind of what it looks like underneath that top layer of pine shavings. And so I just shovel that all up into buckets and I top all of my beds in the backyard with it. And I've got really good compost for my beds. And this right here was just a little update on Snowy, who is back in chicken jail for her own good. She's the chicken that got her neck stuck in the door while I was on vacation, and she is doing just fine. She's mad she's in chicken jail, but it's for her own good, and she's getting clean water and food every day, separate from the rest of the flock, until she heals up nice and good. And I did plant one more thing. Remember those ranunculus corms that I bought at that seed show? And those ranunculus corms that I saved, and all of them I was going to plant inside the house, and I never did. They're right here. So here are the ranunculus that survived the winter. All around them, I just threw all my ranunculus corms in here. So all the ones that I've saved from last year that match these ones are here. These are last year's. And over here, in this corner, I put all those new ones that I got from the seed show. They are also supposed to soak for a long time before you plant them. Again, Mama does not have time to do this. So either you ranunculus are going to be tough enough to live with me or you're not. But I guess we're going to find out. So new ranunculus, last year's ranunculus, they're going to get soaking wet in this big rainstorm. And hopefully I have really pretty ranunculus here in another month or so. Ooh, planes. Can you see them? Where are you guys going? Okay, I lied. I planted one more thing. All winter long, I meant to plant poppies, and I did not. Poppies like to go through a period of cold and then to come up in the spring. I've got some that are coming up already. I planted some of these in here. I planted some of these right in here, and I've got some that are back in here. And that is just me tossing them out there and hoping that they work. Whether they do or not, I don't know. Okay. That is all I planted. Here comes my daughter. Say hi, Ava.
Hi.
We are heading in to work on math homework. Math homework. Converting fractions into decimals. Sound good?
No.
No?
No.
Nonetheless, that's what we must go do. You're after
Bye.
that? Bye. All right. Have a great day. And I will see you soon because we are going to start planning fast and furious now, friends. Hope you're ready. Bye.
Bye.